Here we go again with Facebook. A lot of changes have been put in place in Facebook Ad Manager. In this video, I'm going to take you through a step-by-step guide for 2023 on how to build a great ad campaign connected to a chatbot so that when people are engaging on the platform, they immediately have a conversation with the bot where you can then start engaging and open that communication channel with the client. A lot of realtors out there on this YouTube channel are promoting lists of homes and so forth where you're directing them directly to a website to go shop for those homes. Here on the ProEdge strategy, what we do is we connect it to a chatbot, so we immediately get the person's name, open a communication channel so I can message them after they've explored the homes. How powerful is that? Hello, I am Smarty with the ProEdge marketing team, and I'm so glad you're here. On this channel, I'm going to always create strategies to help us get more leads, close more business, and make this the best decade ever. So let's hop in and let me show you this powerful strategy. Okay, let's now jump in and create this ad. In the example I'm going to use, I'm going to build a home valuation ad leveraging HomeBot AI and my chatbot. Now with the chatbot, what we're going to do is we're going to connect the chatbot to the ad. So when they hit the Learn More button, a message window opens up with their first name and starts engaging the homeowner right away about the importance of getting that valuation. And then the bot's job is to direct them up to HomeBot AI's website where they'll type in an address and get that immediate home valuation. Now they're in HomeBot AI, HomeBot will take care of sending them a monthly snapshot of their home valuation so they know Smarty the Realtor, in this case, is providing them value. So hopefully they'll come to me in top of mind and getting me the listing when they're ready to sell. Now, any ad that you're creating, there's several main ingredients to make a successful ad. The first one is what I call stop the scroll. And that's the image or the video that you put in front of them. So as they're scrolling on their Facebook page, that you want them to stop and check it out. Once you stop them, then it's the ad copy that they're going to read. And the ad copy needs to be compelling enough for them to take action with the call to action, clicking the button. Once they click the button, the chatbot gets to work. Now for the ad copy, or let's start with the image. On the image, you could use products like InVideo. I have videos on this channel about InVideo creating really nice video ads. You could also use Canva. Canva also creates videos or just an image that you want to use in your ad campaign. So go ahead and get your image. You'll see the one I created on Canva, which was a simple picture of a home with what's my house worth on the top of the image. The second part is the ad copy itself. And this is where I use ChatGPT to work the magic. So let's hop over and let me show you what I did on ChatGPT. So on ChatGPT, I simply put the command create a Facebook ad, period. And then I put some attributes or phrases that I want to put in the ad, like forget the Zestimate, unlock the powerful financial dashboard for your home, and so forth. And then look at the beautiful copy that it did. So I copied that over here. So you just literally copy it and I pasted it on a Google document. So as I look over here, this is my image I'm going to use. And then down here, you'll see don't trust the Zestimate, discover your true home value. Unlock the powerful HomeBot AI financial dashboard today and say goodbye to the inaccurate home valuations. And look at this powerful copy that it came up with. Get a precise and up-to-date home value, track your equity and mortgage balance, and explore personal financial options. Discover the best time to sell and invest. So all this powerful information is I'm going to use in the copy. So now let's hop over to Facebook Ad Manager. And in the ad manager, we're going to create this ad and I'll attach it to the chatbot. So I'll go and create the ad here. But what I'll need to do is hop over to ManyChat and grab what's called the JSON code. I don't want to scare you because JSON is technical, but basically it's a snippet of code that ManyChat provides at a flow level. So when you go into the ad itself, you're going to place that on the ad. So when they hit the Learn More button, that message pops up from the flow. And there needs to be an opt-in form. So I'll make sure I show you exactly how that works. So to get started in the ad manager, just real quick, if you're not familiar with the ad manager, at the very top is your ad account. You want to make sure if you're using ManyChat, you want to make sure you pick your ad account that's attached to your chatbot for this to work. Facebook will also show your personal account here in the ads, and you don't want to do an ad on your personal account as a realtor. Then down in the ad manager interface, there's three main components. You have campaigns, you have ad sets, and then you have the ads themselves. And it is a one-to-many relationship. So at the campaign level, you're basically identifying to Facebook what your objective is for this kind of ad. Is it to get more traffic? Is it a lead form? Is it to watch videos? There's a bunch of campaign objectives you're going to see. Now, inside the campaign, then you create your ad sets. Now, the ad sets are defining who gets to see the ad, both at a geography level, so people in this particular region, but maybe other attributes about the person, their first-time buyer and so forth, and Facebook provides lots of capabilities there. At the ad set, you're also going to identify how much money you're going to put towards the ad. Is it $5 a day or maybe a lifetime budget of $40? You could identify all that at the ad set. And then once you define the ad set, then you have the ads themselves. And this is the creative side of the ad. This is where you identify the image or the video, what your copy is, and this is where we're going to attach the chatbot. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the green create button. And this window pops up from Facebook that's identifying the type of objectives that they do support. Now, I'm not going to go over all these objectives. If you're doing chatbot marketing, you want to always use the engagement here. And this is where they're going to engage with people on Messenger. So for a chatbot ad, make sure you use engagement. You're then going to go hit continue. And now what's going to happen is the Facebook interface is going to pop up where you're going to create all the information about this ad on one screen. So at the very top, you have ad campaign, then you have ad set, and then down below you have the ad itself. Now with the three dots, I can copy and duplicate, create other ads. So I may have an ad set that has two different ads in it, maybe two different images, and I'm going to do an A/B test, to see which ad performs better. I could also, at the campaign level, I can add additional ad sets. So I may do one ad set for a cold audience, just geographic, and another ad set where I'm targeting people that previously were on my website or on my Facebook page in a targeted campaign. One of my other ninja strategies is I get homeowner data when I'm farming neighborhoods and the ability to create a custom audience from that farm where the ad will be shown just to those people. So lots of capabilities here and power in the ad manager. So let's get started. So at the campaign level, you want to name your campaign. So I'm going to call this my ProEdge. Let me get rid of this here. We'll call this my ProEdge home value campaign. And I may have this campaign running all year long and different ads going on throughout the year. So I'll have the campaign name. Now, what's also very important is you have the ad categories. So as realtors, we must select housing here. If you don't have this category set, when you submit your ad, it's going to go through the Facebook approval process. If you forgot to add the category housing, Facebook will reject the ad. So it's critically important that you use housing. As I come down here, there's a few other things I'll point out. One is you could do campaign A/B testing here, and there's also what's called advanced campaign budget. I typically don't do this on my ads unless you're really spending a lot of money. What the advanced campaign budget will allow you to do is set an overall budget for the campaign, maybe $40 a day. And then underneath there, you may have 3 or 4 ads running. What it'll do is it'll run those ads and put the money towards the best performing ads. So if you're using lots of ads under a campaign, this would make sense to use the advanced campaign budget. But what I'm going to show you is we're going to just create one ad here. We're going to put the budget at the ad set and be done for now. So once you're done with that, you have your campaign. Then you're going to go down to the next item, which is the ad set. So what I like to do when I name my ad sets is put some context about who's seeing this ad. So I'm going to call it Philly plus, and I'm going to put a ring around it. Maybe I'll go 40 miles out. You could go as far as 50 miles or inside of 15 miles. That's totally up to you in your ads. That's some of the requirements we have. Now, because we're doing an engagement ad, Facebook is asking, where's the conversation going to happen? Is it going to happen on messaging apps, websites, Facebook pages? In this case, we're going to say messaging apps. And then as I come down here, there's different messaging apps that Facebook has. Now, I'm going to be creating a more of a messaging capability. Here on my channel, I also show you how to create Instagram chatbots. In fact, my ProEdge chatbot for real estate has What's Up, Instagram, Messenger, SMS, and a few other channels. So I could run this very specific ad using Instagram Reels and then move them into the home valuation. And I want them to stay on the Instagram channel for that particular ad. But for this example, I'm going to show you the messaging conversation. As I come down here, we have a few other items that we're going to identify. So as I come down, we're getting into the budget. So as I come to the very bottom, we're going to set the budget for this ad. Now in the budget, you could either do a lifetime or a daily budget. What I like to do is for lead gen type ads like home reports, Dream Home Finder, and so forth, I may just have a daily budget that I monitor, and I can have a start date of the ad and an end date, or leave it open-ended. Now, the only danger of leaving it open-ended is if you forget about this ad and a year later you're like, oh shoot, this ad's still running. I've been spending $20 a day. You would get yourself in trouble there, financially. So, but what I'd like to do is I stay current with my ad manager. I come into this at least once a week to see how my ads are performing. So if I see an ad is not performing, I can shut it off at any time if I leave it open-ended. If you're not comfortable with that, you can automatically set an end date right here. So why don't we set the end date? I'm going to go in and I'm going to start this ad on the 17th. And what I like to do, I want Facebook to approve this ad. It's going to take them a little bit of time to approve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to typically start. This is a ninja trick, by the way. I'm going to start at midnight tonight on the 17th. The reason I'm doing that is there's a lot of people, nurses and doctors, that are on different shifts. They may be up in the middle of the night. They're at the at the cafeteria. They're going through Facebook at 2 in the morning. So I want the ad to start in the middle of the night, and then it's going to run. Now, if I want an end date, I can go out and set a date in the future. Now, what I would tell you is you need to let these ads run at least a week before you can tell if it's running or not, if it's performing. So don't make the mistake. Some realtors and some people on this channel are teaching, to set an end date 3 or 4 days later. You're never going to know if this ad worked because it takes Facebook time to warm up the ad and find the right audiences to show it to. So as you're doing this, you always want to make sure that you set a date, at least a month out or so. But in this case, I'm going to do it as an open-ended budget. So as I come down here, we're now going to identify the audience that's going to see this ad. So as I come down here in the audience, if I'm going to do a targeted campaign, I have custom audiences here, people on my Facebook page, on my website visitors. I can run an ad campaign that's going to a specific audience that I've identified in Facebook. They're called custom audiences. In those custom audiences, I could load homeowner data. I can have people visiting my website, anybody that's in my chatbot. All those audiences can be combined into one view for showing this ad to. But in this case, I'm not going to use custom. I'm going to do a geographic ad. So I'm going to go down to the location section here, and there's an edit selection right here. I'll go ahead and edit, and I'm going to get rid of the United States, and instead I'm going to put in a town near me. In this case, I'll use North Wales is the town, so it found North Wales, Pennsylvania, and it drew a little circle around North Wales. Now, by default, it is 15 miles, so I can go all the way out to 50 miles. But as I zoom in here, I'm not licensed in New Jersey, so this is the river right here, and all part of this circle is all down in New Jersey. I don't want leads coming in New Jersey until I have an agent over there that can help me serve those leads. So what you can also do is you could do what's called drop pin. So I could put a pin maybe over here and get rid of the North Wales. And now I'm going to play around with the mileage just to get the right ad mileage. So if I do, in this case, 40 miles, I'm still not hitting Philly, so I probably want to go out at least 50 miles, and I'm going to start seeing Philadelphia. So again, you got to play around with this to get it just right. So again, it's not hitting my Philly. So again, I could do something like drop a pin, maybe put it about here, and blow that out to 50 miles. right? I dropped the wrong one. So I'll put the pin like right about here. And let me get rid of that one. And then I'll do this one out to, I'll do 40 miles. So actually I'll go to 50 miles. So you see, you got to be a little bit playing around with it. But now I get pretty much all of Philadelphia. I'm not getting any of the New Jersey side. And this is a good audience for me. Now, based on, I said I'm going to use $20 a day. I recommend, if you don't have a large budget, you may start with $5 a day. As you put your dollars in, if I do $5 a day, on the right-hand side, they show you how many people are in the circle. So I have about 4.7 to 5.5 million people that's inside the circle. Down here, I have the estimated daily reach. So for $5 a day, I'm going to get close to 450 to 1,300 people seeing this ad every day. And they're saying I'm going to have a conversion around 10. Now, don't pay any attention to this conversion. This is Facebook's way to get you to spend more money. Sometimes you'll see a 0 there and it throws realtors off. Oh my God, this audience I just set up is not going to get any conversions. That's not true at all. They're going to show 0 because they're going to say, hey, spend a little bit more money on the platform. So, but you'll notice as I put in more data, if I do $10, the numbers go up. If I do $20, a day, now I'm getting even more, up to 3,800 people seeing the ad. So I'll stay at $10 right now just to start it, and I'm going to get like 2,100 people seeing this ad. But see, it says 0 right there. So it's kind of interesting how they do that. Now, in the targeting, you could also target other attributes about people. So this is a very important capability in Facebook. So when you're down here in your targeting, you can zoom in and you know where you're sending it in the circle. But down below, you could also do other types of targeting. So there's called advanced targeting. So in the system, I'll get rid of this little message here. I can start searching for characteristics of people that I want to see this ad. So there's things like for sale. And if I go in for sale by owners. So if I want all the for sale by owners to see it, again, it's going to show there's only a handful of people in the circle that may meet that. I can go in and put that in there. I may want to do things based on mortgage. People are checking out their mortgage, or they're on Zillow. So if I'm a homeowner, chances are I may have been on Zillow, checking out my home value, and now I'm going to turn them around. If they're on Zillow, now they're going to see mine and it says, forget this estimate. It's going to show people that are on Zillow. So that's actually a very powerful play here because my ad specifically says, forget about this estimate. So as I sit here, I now come down to the very bottom, which is the placement of the ad. What Facebook does is they automatically, actually, before I do that, I just want to come all the way up here to the very top. In the system, Facebook, when you're picking the geography at the location level, there's a field here which is called, it's basically people living in or recently in this location. And then if you hit this drop down, you have a few different choices here. This is very important to understand. So by default, they're saying recently in that location. So that means there's that circle. Now, in that circle that I put on the Philadelphia map, we have I-95. So the truckers and people traveling from New England and stuff down to Florida or Virginia or whatever, they're going to come through Philadelphia. They're going to see your ad because they've traveled through the circle. If you're in a transient location, right, where people are coming in, that, or maybe people destination location, like if you're a realtor down in Florida, there's a lot of people up in the Northeast that want a second home in Florida. So they may travel down there to go around. You want those people to see the ad. But in my case, I don't want that. So I'm going to just say people living in the location. So I just want homeowners, people living in this location in the circle to see this ad for my tracking. So if I come down here now in the placement, Facebook has this Advantage Plus, and you see it says recommended. This is a complete waste of your money, in my opinion, because what they're going to do is they're going to just show your ad all over the Facebook world, Instagram, Messenger, Reels, Stories, and so forth. What I want to have is complete control where I want the ad to be shown. So if I click on manual, down below here are all the locations that Facebook can place your ad. So what I like to do is my 3 trusty places. So for a messenger ad, I'm going to uncheck all these other boxes here and get that guy out. And let's get this guy out. And finally, this last one. So they're all unchecked. What I like to do in most of my ad campaigns is I want to make sure this ad is shown in a person's Facebook feed, Instagram feed, and also on the marketplace. So if they're up shopping on the marketplace, they're going to see my ad. So they're the trusty three I always use. So once you do that, you can hit next at the very bottom, and that's going to now take you down to the ad level. So over here, I'm going to do home value image. This is an image ad that I'm running. And I may do an image 1 just so I can differentiate if I do a second and third. And this is where you're connecting to your Facebook page. And then down here, you also want to connect to your Instagram page because I'm showing it on Instagram. So in the identity, you need to tell Facebook what Instagram account and Facebook account is this ad represented by. So when they see it on Instagram or so, it'll say Smarty the Realtor. If you don't see anything in the drop down on Instagram, that just means that you haven't attached your Instagram account to your Facebook Business Manager. I'll have another video here on the channel where I go over advanced features of the Business Manager in Facebook, and one of the areas is attaching your Instagram account. So we'll do that a little bit later here on the channel. Now you're getting into the ad setup. So you could have a single image or a video or a carousel type ad. That's up to you. Now in this case, I'm doing a single image. So when I come down here, there's add media. I can upload a video or an image. So I'm going to grab upload image, and I'm going to hit this upload button, and I'll go out and I'll grab that house image that I just showed you. So it's uploading the image, it's processing it, and then I hit next. And I want it to be based on the original layout, not a 1-to-1 ratio. And then I'll click OK, and I'll hit done. So now this is what it's going to look like on the Facebook feed. What's your home worth? And you see chat and messenger and send message. So I haven't completed the actual ad itself because I just uploaded the image. So now when I come down to the bottom, I have the primary text, which is going to be above the image. That's the reading why they should do something on your ad. And then I have the headline, which is the chat and messenger. That's the message they're going to see. And then there's a description down here, which that's optional. Most people won't see that description anyway. And down at the very bottom is the button label. I like to use learn more in all of my marketing as a realtor. So they're going to learn more about their home value. They're going to learn more about the list of homes I'm sending them and so forth. So this is where I'm now going to grab the copy that I just showed you over here from the ChatBot GBT, and I'll go all the way down here to the bottom, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come into the primary text, and I'm going to paste it right here. And this is where you want to have some fun, and you could actually start to format it so it looks nice. So I'm going to put in introducing the bot, and then I'll put another space here. With the bot, you could do this, this, and this, and then simply start with this. Don't miss the opportunity. Learn about the bot here, and some hashtags. So that is my ad copy right from ChatGPT. So what I like to do here, if you put a space there under unlock, if you look on the right-hand side, how they're going to see it in their news feed, while it looks good in laying this out here, I want to put some intrigue. So as they stop on the scroll, it says, don't trust this estimate, discover your home value. And then what I'm going to do is remove that space so they see the words unlock are powerful. So if they see unlock are powerful, they're going to ask themselves, powerful what? And then they would hit the see more to see the rest of the ad. So that is a trick and a ninja trick to make sure that your copy, while it doesn't look good on this form this way, because typically I put spaces in, sometimes I'll eliminate that first couple spaces so that the words they see above the image or the video is enough to engage them to say, yeah, let me read more about this ad and take action if they like what they read. So that is one of the key ninja tricks you're learning here on the channel. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the call to action. So I'm going to do what's my home worth. That's down here. Instead of chat and messenger, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what's my home worth. It's free for homeowners. So all this data is now available for me in the system. So we now have the ad completely designed the way we want to see it. Now the final step is we need to attach the chatbot. So in the attachment of the chatbot, because this is an engagement ad, I could do a number of things. I could start a conversation. I can send a message, do an automated chat. What we're going to use is this advanced setup here. And in here, there's an edit button. You're going to edit, and this piece of code comes up. This is where that JSON code comes up. Facebook pastes some sample code here so you could see how it would work. In this case, you'll see, some basic stuff here. We don't want any of that, so we're going to go ahead and delete all this data. And unfortunately, they should have just one button to say clear, but you just got to keep going until it says JSON is empty. So now I have a clear box to paste my ManyChat chatbot code. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over to my ManyChat system and go into automations, and I'm going to take you into my ProEdge chatbot for real estate folder. I have Instagram and Facebook and all different marketing plays. Look at all the marketing plays my chatbot supports. If you want more details on this, there's a button, meetsmartytherealtor.com. You can head over to my business card, check out the chatbot and all the services I offer realtors. Take advantage of it if you're interested. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the home valuation folder. So in the home valuation folder, what I do when I create flows in my chatbot package is I have one flow that's the ad itself. That's what's called the opt-in flow. And then that calls the main flow, which is the home valuation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up this ad flow and hit edit. And let me talk about how you have to construct these flows. In the world of Meta with chatbots, when you create a JSON ad inside of Facebook, it's important that you have what's called the first message is an opt-in message. You're going to ask them a question, okay? They have the option to say, not do anything, or they could push a button or two. So in that opt-in message, this is my opt-in here. You can't use any pictures, you can't use any names, you can't say hi John. It has to be very, very general. So in this case I say hi there, get a valuable insights into your home's worth with a professional home valuation report. Get started today and explore the possibilities. Are you ready to see your home's value? Yes, get value. And then one of my ninja tricks is I have a oops not now, and this captures all the people that are trigger happy. They see an ad, they hit the button just to see what's behind it, and then like, oops, I didn't mean to hit that button. When they do hit that oops not now, I tag them that it's a lead from the ad, but I also put them as not ready, and then I pass them my business card, which is a chatbot flow in my ProEdge package. I send over my business card with all the details of Smarty the Realtor. So while they're not ready now, the chatbot's already promoting me as a realtor by passing out my business card to everybody that clicked on that button. So that's a ninja trick that I've been using for a couple years now very successfully. But you'll notice when they hit get value, I have lead from ad, and then I call the home valuation flow, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But this is where your JSON is. JSON is a starting step. If I hit add trigger and go to Facebook here, they have JSON right down here, Facebook JSON ads. You have to be on a pro account of ManyChat in order to have access to the JSON ads. You're going to use that ad copy. Now I already have one created, so when I open this up, you'll see this snippet of code. And the snippet of code is actually, it's a JSON code that actually has what's written right here. So you'll see, yes, get valuation, and there's the text I'm using. All I need to do is, I don't need to understand the code. All I need to do is hit copy to clipboard, and that's where I'm going to paste it into Facebook. Now, before I do that, when they say get value, I have another flow which is going to go in, and my advanced flow, I do in my chatbot package, I do a lot of advanced stuff like setting up custom audiences, and my bot speaks Spanish and English. But basically, it's going to have a few sentences to them, and it's going to direct them to a button, which is your home valuation. So you could send them to your, a lot of EXP agents use KV Core. We have a home valuation on KV Core. You could set that as a, KV Core direction. I use HomeBot AI to get my valuation. So I'm using actually a custom field inside my ProEdge chatbot package called home valuation. And that's a URL I'm going to send them to. So that is basically it. And then I have a 5-minute or 1-minute delay, and I say, hey, let me know if you have any questions regarding your home. Here's my contact information, and then I send them my business card. So this particular flow is very powerful because they get their home valuation, but the bot continues to have a conversation downstream to see if they're interested, want to set up a time, but it also passes out my business card, so now they know who I am as the realtor in the region. So now that I have the snippet of code, I'm going to come back to my Facebook and I'm going to paste the code in here. And now you'll see that's the opt-in that you just saw in ManyChat. That is what's going to be displayed when they hit the Learn More button. So now I know it's successful. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is I always recommend down below, they have a shared template here. And Facebook puts this word, welcome message with today's date. Well, that doesn't mean anything to me as a realtor. And I may want to do a home valuation ad in August and another one in September. I don't want to have always copy the code and create new opt-ins. So what I like to do is I like to name these so I can reuse them later. So I'm going to call it the ProEdge Home Value Opt-in, right? So I'll name it, make sure it's checked, and then I'll hit save and finish. So now, if I'm using existing, you'll see I have all my playbooks listed out for rent to own, for new construction, for dream homes, and so forth. So I could just select the opt-in I want to use for the ad, and I'm good to go. So now what you'll see is now that I've attached the chatbot to this ad, there's this new destination preview at the very top. So here's the ad. When they hit this learn more button is when they're going to go to destination preview, and this message will open up with their details. If they opt in, we now capture their name. The bot's having a conversation with them, but it also opened up a live chat for you. So I can message this person now back and forth through Messenger, much better than send them right to a website. And when I'm done, I'm going to hit publish. So when you hit publish, it's publishing the ad campaign, the ad set, and the ad itself. So all three have been published. Now in the Facebook world, you'll see that this is being processed. So it will take, it could take, I've seen, an hour or two to as long as 24 hours. But Facebook is going to review this ad, make sure you follow rules and regulations. And if the ad's good, it'll move from in review to an active status. So because I set it to midnight tonight, more than likely sometime it's middle of the afternoon here when I'm recording this video. So probably by dinner time or early evening, I'll get a message from Facebook that the ad now is active and running. So now I'm good to go. So in the system, when I'm on the ads, one other thing I'm going to show you as a trick is you have the ability to, if you check at the ad level right here, you can hit this preview button, and you could kind of see what the ad looks like right here. So it's a little preview button. And what I like to do, if I come back to my campaigns, for example, I have this dream home ad that's running. And let me uncheck some of these and uncheck that guy. So if I look at the dream home ad, when you do a preview, once it's active and live, you could actually preview it and send it off to your Facebook page or copy a link or what have you. There's lots of capabilities in the preview. So that's it. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, put some comments below. I'm active on responding to the comments. Let me know what you think of the new strategy of attaching the Facebook ad to a chatbot instead of sending them to a website or a lead form to a website. It's much more engaging. It allows you to have that open conversation and start closing more deals and having these conversations with these homeowners. So if you like this video, consider smashing the like button so that we can share the love across the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. I'd really love to have you here on the channel as I'm here to help realtors understand technology and strategies to do an incredible business in the next decade. Enjoy.